Put down for perfection, for dead in minds, resurrection, for hard heads a lesson, towards the feeling, true confessions, daily movement, progression, handle minds with aggression, respect my essence not to get caught in intersections like a lethal weapon, or safety for protection, here today be here for tomorrow, granted like words and scriptures for you to follow, pay attention, not all man's have good intentions, likely to stay in one dimension, put in place with discretion, know you're rating this one, see how deep things get, pure elevation, set it off to cure a nation. Here today, be here for tomorrow. Granted like words and scriptures for you to follow. My man, here today, be here for tomorrow. Granted like words and scriptures for you to follow. My brah, here today, be here for tomorrow. Granted like words and scriptures for you to follow. My seed, here today, be here for tomorrow. Here today, be here for tomorrow. Cock this so it's balance the bullets. We all holding full clips. Ways of the world forever. Keep my peeps in bullshit. Drama that, another episode of the habitat. You see it ill and abstract. We live it real and that's that. Reality fact. See your brother lying on his back and another brother holding the gap. Cain and Abel had they beef a while back. Not for everything, niggas should react. Bodies dumped out on the floor like a Roots video. You gotta see the show, you not living like you want more. My brother is my keeper. Spray your block with street sweeper. Heard the code of the sleeper. Why you wanna live how wide for Grim Reaper? Live your life, get the thumping through your speaker. Only the few come around with a chosen run. You still have wits when I hold for bun. Of course I never think twice about busting. You only get spared one, cousin. Here today, be here for tomorrow. Granted like words and scriptures for you to follow. My man, here today, be here for tomorrow. Granted like words and scriptures for you to follow. My bro, here today, be here for tomorrow. Granted like words and scriptures for you to follow. My seed, here today, be here for tomorrow. Here today, be here for tomorrow. Ways of the world, ways of the war, ways of the cold, ways with no heart, ways of the world, ways of the war, ways of the cold, ways with no heart,
ways of the world, ways of the war,
ways of the cold,
ways
cold
with no
world,
heart, ways of the world, ways of the war, ways of the cold, ways with no heart.
looking for cure, all kind of remedies, knowledge of self, and pay attention how you walk is survival of self, and what we're spoken to is just the works and bring forth wealth. To put it short, don't talk shit that you can handle yourself. Cold world that is gonna fare with a lot of cool cats, and you be missing a lot of those who felt short to react. Take heed, absorb instruction like when thirst off's right. No, I lead and not to follow with the six.
It's yours. Whose world is this?
The world is yours. The world is
Hey, welcome
yours.
back to the Doug Stewart Show, Man Talk Monday. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Good morning to all of the Stewies. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you may be in this great world of ours. No shows today, so we don't have any shows following this one today on WSME. Cats taking vacations, handling business and whatnot. It's the summertime, so that's what we do. So no shows today after the Doug Stewart Show, which this show concludes at 1 p.m. Eastern time. All right, but Cats will be back. We're projecting tomorrow and the rest of the week. All right, 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. I know we got some Philadelphia 76ers fan listening to the show right now. The era that I grew up in, all right, it's always been Lakers, Celtics. But, man, when I'm thinking about brand back in the day when I was growing up, my teenage years and all of that, man, the 76ers were right there. I mean, it was basically the Lakers, Boston, which are, it was always going to be like that. And Philadelphia, man, Philadelphia trying to make some moves. The Boston Celtics and Philadelphia 76ers have agreed in principle to swap the number 1 and number 3 picks in Thursday's NBA draft, and Philadelphia is expected to use the number 1 pick on former Washington guard Markelle Fultz. That's right. The Celtics will receive at least one additional first-round pick in the deal. Sources said Philadelphia, on top of its number 3 overall pick, is sending the 2018 first-round pick it owns via the Los Angeles Lakers, which the 76ers acquired from Phoenix in the 2015 trade deadline. But if the Lakers pick doesn't fall between number 2 and number 5, the 2018 draft, sources say Philadelphia would instead send the 2019 first-rounder to Boston that it acquired from the Sacramento Kings. So this Fultz kid, man, I haven't heard anybody really, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, denied that this guy's going to be the first pick in the draft. Even when Boston had the pick, it was, widely speculated that he was going to end up in Boston. Now that Philadelphia has the pick, everybody's saying that this guy's going to end up in Philadelphia. And 6'4", averaged 23.2, 5.7 rebounds, and 5.9 assists in 25 games during the long college season at Washington. Here's the thing about it, man, and I think I've said this before. Most people listening to this show has its roots in Georgia, obviously. And so I guess most of the fan base is in the Southeast. They heard the Two Live Stews when I did that show with me and my brother in Atlanta and spread out a little bit. So we don't get to see a lot of Big Ten basketball or Pac-12 basketball. And so when you do see it, it comes on late at night and, usually at 10 p.m. start time or something like that, man. So folks is tired. We really don't pay attention. And we definitely don't pay attention to Washington basketball. I haven't seen a lot of this kid. And I'm very honest and sincere about that. I haven't seen a lot of this kid. But across the board, everybody's saying that this kid is the real deal. I watched a lot of UCLA in relative terms to this Markelle Fultz kid. And if you've watched this kid more than, the average person has, man, what are your thoughts? Like, what have you seen? Tell me in the chat room or give me a call on the show line at 404-382-0338. But everybody's saying that this kid is the real deal. So he's going to go to Philadelphia probably. They already got Jahlil Okafor, which really hadn't lived up to the billing there in Philadelphia. Obviously, Joel Embiid. They got Ben Simmons, this Robert Covington kid, HBCU grad, did some very good things over the last couple of years in the NBA. So they building a squad. And if you saw this pick when Fultz went and worked out for the Philadelphia 76ers, if Embiid can stay healthy and Ben Simmons at 7 foot tall, the number one pick in the draft, tremendous skill set, they got a big three for real. Technically they got a big four. I think at some point they're probably going to try to, find a deal for Jahlil Okafor. I don't see them going to two twin tower route, Ralph Sampson and Akeem Olajuwon. That's just not the way basketball is played in 2017. But, they got a squad. On paper, they got a squad. I really do believe Ben Simmons is the real deal, even though he didn't play last year because of an injury. Joel Embiid, obviously, he's a phenomenal player. 7-footer, big body, can play in the post, can also shoot the three as well. Good shooter. And this Fultz kid, he's the bee's knees. The numbers say that he's good. Great young player looking to be. And so they're cooking with Crisco there in Philadelphia. They are cooking with Crisco in Philadelphia. As I said earlier, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, Philadelphia used to be that team back in the day. That was one of the most viewed teams in basketball. Obviously during the Dr. J era when they won a world championship when Moses Malone came to that team. Then, very fun to watch in the Allen Iverson years and whatnot, but been bad for a very, very long time. I'm actually rooting for them to get better, which I don't like anything Philadelphia sports related. But I want them to be relevant. It's just sad to see Philadelphia over the last couple of years. It seems like they've had possum luck. Every player that they draft misses a year or years, and talking about Embiid and Ben Simmons. Same thing happened with Nerlens Noel a couple of years ago, even though he's not there in Philadelphia. They seem like they got possum luck. They made a deal with the devil for all of those great years with Dr. J and Allen Iverson, even though they didn't win a ring. And now the Devils, calling that debt due. Because they just been struggling over the last couple of years. But I can't wait till the NBA draft a couple of nights from now. A lot of speculation, a lot of talk about Lonzo Ball, the Lakers skipping over Lonzo Ball and drafting De'Aaron Fox or something like that. I don't think so. I think Ball is going to be a Laker at the number 2 pick. I got some more news on them and what they're trying to do at the top part of this draft coming up here in a second. We'll talk about them as well as the Indiana Pacers and the latest on Paul George, say he's out. So we'll get into all of that. But what are your thoughts if you're a Philadelphia 76er fan? Once again, when I grew up in the 70s, football-wise, If you're talking to somebody right now in their mid, late 40s, and they're not from a city that has a professional football team, like South Carolina, like my home state, chances are, if you're my age, you grew up being a Los Angeles Lakers fan, or talking about football, you ended up being a Pittsburgh Steelers fan or a Dallas Cowboy fan. To a lesser degree, maybe Washington Redskins, Philadelphia Eagles. Those are the teams, the CBS teams that were on TV every Sunday, NFC teams. And if you were a basketball fan during my era, a very good chance that you're a Los Angeles Lakers fans. Not too many people I know are Boston Celtics fans. Still, either you're a Laker fan or you're probably a 76ers fan because of Dr. J and the time that he spent there in the late 70s, early 80s, and being one of the best, most exciting players in basketball history, and that team did win a championship. So I think it's a good thing if Philadelphia can get right. They got a bunch of young players, man, but it seems like they got something going on, man. What are your thoughts about this deal? What are your thoughts about the draft coming up this Thursday? Today is the 19th, this Thursday the draft is. Cannot wait. Love the NBA draft. Love the NFL draft. Not the same type of intrigue as the NFL draft, but the NBA draft would do. Look forward to it. It's kind of like, new optimism for your franchise. If you got a high pick or whatever, and especially now with this deal and all the talk about Philadelphia and what they've done and drafting these players over the last couple of years, man, a lot of optimism should be had in the city of Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, as they call it, which is a damn lie. Ain't no brotherly love in that city. That's a lie if I ever heard one. All right, so what are your thoughts on that, man? When we get back, we'll talk some more NBA talk. What we'll do as well is I'll jump in the chat room, get your thoughts on whatever I've already got into on this Man Talk Monday. That's right, Juneteenth. Tell you more about that later as well. All right, so don't go away. Back in 3 minutes. This is the Doug Stewart Show.
What you want, what you like is keep it going. Keep working it and working it, working it and working it. Still don't stop, rise high, sky's the limit. Keep your eyes open, never hoping, steady scoping. Looking for ways to get paid, nothing's for joking. Like to laugh or mail, get your stuff, but you stand still. And you couldn't believe that thoughts do achieve to bring reality. Most do work to get salary, like hurt worse than battery in agony. Whatever gotta do, feed your family. World is a tragedy, it makes up of vets and formalities. No flattery, all against the grain to ease pain. To suffer is short, so maintain what you want in your life. Get it, set goals and trends, set it. By no means let it lose sight, don't forget it. Bless the child, my words known poetic. Extremes to rep it. One life, love, I live it and blaze with vision. Laser maze, craze the rhythm, engage the mission. On my own post position, what you like, what you want, what you like is keep it going. Keep working it and working it, working it and working it. Still don't stop, rise high, sky's the limit. What you like, what you want, what you like is keep it going. Keep working it and working it, working it and working it. Still don't stop, rise high, sky's the limit. Only made one when they made this. Blood, flesh and bone, all I got, all I'm gonna leave with before you make me jump ship or deep six. I release hits, make sure the rip, word common and spit, bars accurate. Chronicles of life, play your own risk. Life not a game, but each day bring a new twist. Handle this play calm, you're living it. See us set the stage for most who won't live. That glamorous excitement type live. What you like, we still live in a world of tripe bids and shice kids. Nice kids and life bids. Streets part of the uniform, we set it on. on. Chemist to your apple potholes in your lawn, sweetie, shaking that ass for the cash you keep on. You're funny how things change, no harm to your game and it's get yours. All this work to get paid, some just made, some eternal just slave. Life is a stage where I praise to see the next day bless the child. You style and create